Hey everybody, welcome to this week's quick video of New Week, New Organized You. My name is Brenda Tringali. I am a professional organizer and owner of At Your Fingertips Organizing. So this month I'm talking about email management. In my September 1st video, I talked about the negative ramifications of a cluttered inbox. September 8th, I talked about deleting emails you no longer want or need. September 15th, I talked about using folders to organize the emails you want to keep. Last week, I talked about using rules and filters to organize emails before they even hit your inbox. This week, I'm sharing my tips and personal habits for keeping on top of my emails. So, let's see. I try to look at each email once, and make an immediate decision on it regarding what to do with it based on action I need to take. This is based on David Allen's Getting Things Done, or GTD methodology. And there are 4 different actions. Either do it, if it takes less than 5 minutes, defer it. If it takes longer than 5 minutes, delegate it if you can, because it's not a good use of your time. And last but not least, delete it if it's of no use to you. So I try to take one of those 4. I also turn off all notifications so that I am not interrupted while I'm dealing with my emails. Also, I don't check email all day long. Instead, I check it at certain times of the day, and I allocate a certain amount of time to check it. And I block those times out on my calendar so that I can focus my undivided attention to it. So you may be saying to yourself, well, checking email only a few times a day isn't going to work for me because of the nature of my job. And you're right, it may not work. But if it does, if you do have flexibility regarding when you check your emails, you can even set up an autoresponder on your emails. And I think this is great. So every time someone emails you, they'll receive an automatic response that reads something like, I only check email at maybe 9, 1, and 5 p.m., and I'll get back to you during my next scheduled time frame, whatever works for you. But anyway, not only does this let people know when they can expect to hear from you, but it also sends the message that you value your time. Another thing that I do is, because I block time out on my calendar to check email, I also use a clock and a timer to keep me on schedule. So I do this for a number of reasons. It forces me to spend a limited amount of time on email. When my alarm goes off, I don't ignore it. I stop checking emails and I move on to the next item on my to-do list. What does this do? This forces me to spend less time on email and make decisions faster on how to handle each email, because I know the alarm will be going off. Also, with limited time, I find that I respond to fewer emails. If I do need to respond to an email, it forces me to spend less time making sure my response is perfect. And last but not least, by sticking to the time allotted to check my emails and not extending it, then that gives me more time to spend on other more important tasks. So another habit that I have, or tip, is I like to have a conversation with people who email me often to discuss our preferences and the most efficient use of our time. So say, for example, do we expect a response every time we email each other, or is it only for certain types of emails? Another example is, can we agree to do without that final email that says thank you? Now, how many times do you get emails that just say thank you or thanks? And I want you to think about the amount of time that you would save by not having to not only open those emails, but also read those emails. Another tip is if I need to have a quick conversation with someone and I don't need a paper trail, so I don't need an email, I like to just pick up the phone and call them, honestly, instead of emailing them. Not only is that more personal, but also it's more productive and you can sometimes get more things accomplished. Another tip, I like to try to initiate fewer emails, because if I initiate fewer emails, then more than likely that reduces the number of emails that I receive. And let's see, last but not least, I love this one. I try to be very strategic with my subject lines in my email so that the recipient knows exactly what they need to do with my email. So for example, maybe the subject line will say FYI only, or action due by such and such a date, or please review and reply by such and such a date, or no response required. Those are just a few examples. So that is it for this week. Hopefully my email tips this month are helping you to get your inbox under control. And if not, and if you want my help, please call me, 603-490-6062. Please remember that my goal is to educate you every week on how to get more organized and more productive at work, home, and in life, so that you save time, you save money, and so the things you need are at your fingertips. And if you know of others who could benefit from my weekly videos, please share this. And please know that I am so, so grateful to you for watching and for all of your support. I will see you next week. Thank you so much. Take care.